So I'm gonna show you how to do a molecular mass or a molecular formula. It depends on what you're given, what you're looking for. This one happens to be giving you molecular mass. So you're looking for molecular formula. If you were given molecular formula, you'd have to find molecular mass, and then, well, that wouldn't really make any sense. They'd probably ask you for molecular mass. Anyway, so these are the givens you have to have. You have to have a percentage or grams of carbon, a percentage or grams of hydrogen, and you have to have a molecular mass or a molecular formula. It has to be part of the problem. Now, since we're given grams of carbon and grams of hydrogen, we don't have to assume 100 grams. If we had percentages, because they could give us 12% hydrogen and 4%, or 12% carbon and 4% hydrogen, then we would have to assume 100 grams, and we would go from there. We still would end up with 12 grams of carbon and 4 grams of hydrogen. So the first thing you need to do is find your empirical formula. Now, to do that, we assume 100 grams, which you don't have to do because we already have grams, mass to moles. So we're going to do mass to moles. So we're going to do 12 grams of carbon, 1 mole of carbon, and 12.01 grams. 12.01 comes from the periodic table. You're going to get 0.99 moles of carbon. Then we're going to change grams of hydrogen to moles of hydrogen. 1 mole of hydrogen, 1.01 grams of hydrogen. Again, periodic table. This is like 3.96 moles of hydrogen. Okay, now we have to divide by small. To divide by small, you do divide by 0.99, right? Here you're going to get about 1. Here you're going to get about 4. Okay? Those come out to be almost whole numbers, so you don't have to multiply to whole because they already are whole. Dozer's having a field day. Okay, so that means you have 1 carbon and 4 hydrogens. So your empirical formula then is CH4. Okay? Once you have your empirical formula, you can find empirical mass. In order to find empirical mass, you just take 12.01 grams of carbon plus 4 times 1.01 grams of hydrogen, and you get like 16.05-ish, and that's grams per mole. Okay? So again, what I did is I took 12.01 for 1 carbon, 1.01 for hydrogen times 4, and you get about 16.05. Now, you were given molecular mass. So what you're looking for here, your question mark, is your molecular formula. Okay, so what you have to do is you have to find what's called a multiplier. And in order to find the multiplier, what you have to do is you take your molecular mass and you divide it by your empirical mass. Okay? So your molecular mass is 64.2. Your empirical mass is 16.05. If you take 16.02 or 64.2, you should get about 4, I think. Let me make sure here. Dozer, be quiet, honey. I'm using that nasty calculator on my phone, like I tell you guys not to all of the time. Yeah, so 4. So your multiplier then is 4, which means you have to take this number and multiply it by your empirical formula. So what you're going to do is you're going to do 4 times CH4. So 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 4 is 16. And that is your molecular formula. And that's how you do it.